Good morning, Mr. Stephen.
Welcome back to MMI and welcome to our program.
I'm very happy to be here.
We are having this program to kind of reconnect with the people from the past, people who are part of us in the past. And you are our first expatriate teachers here, I think back in the year 2016. We have lots of fond memories of you.
Thank you.
Not only us, but also our parents. I think they want to know, like, how are you doing now? How have you been for so many years?
Yeah, I have been very well. I went back to Australia and then I went to China and I was teaching preschool in China. That was very different experience, but had to go home because of COVID.
Oh, I see.
So since COVID, I now work in a school and in a primary school, but not teaching. But it still gives me the opportunity to talk to the children and play with the children and interact. So I really enjoy that.
I see. So you, of course, you are from Australia and you have been to many countries. How do you feel about Vietnam in general? The people here, the culture here, the food here?
Oh, I love Vietnam. When I arrived in Ho Chi Minh City last week and I walked out of the airport, I just smiled. I was so happy to be back in Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City is such a busy city, but everyone just seems relaxed. Nobody is stressed. In Australia, everybody is stressed.
I see.
Everybody is pushing and they get angry very quickly. Where here, people just take in their stride. They don't get upset about things. And I think that's why I like being here. I feel very relaxed when I am here. The food, I still struggle a little bit with the food, but I enjoy the different tastes and flavors that is in Vietnam. That is when you buy Vietnamese food in Australia, it's not the same. It doesn't taste the same. And I love Café Sourda, but still in Australia they cannot make like they can here. So yeah, it's good to be back. I'm very happy to be here.
How do you think about the education system here in Vietnam compared to China, Australia, Japan? You know?
China is very English is very important to them in China, the same as in Japan. Compared to Australia, I like the way in here in China and Japan that they teach the children from a very young age, where in Australia they really don't start until they are 5 when they go into preschool or kindergarten. But the children in here are so much more advanced when they get to school. They already know their alphabet and their phonics and they know their numbers, which makes it much easier for the teachers when they finally get into school. So it would be nice to see Australia to pick up on that. Children go to daycare from the age of, say, 1-year-old to 5-year-old, but it's not a teaching program. They play in the sand and they have books read to them, but they're not actually learning the basics of the English language and their numbers, which I think is really important. And phonics is so important. For many years in Australia, they stopped teaching phonics. Now they realise that was a mistake. So they're bringing phonics back into the classroom again, which is really important.
I see. Is there anything that do you think that we can improve here in Vietnam in terms of the education here?
Good question. Well, you know, I believe in Montessori teaching. I believe that is the way to teach children. So I think it just, as long as children are nurtured and they can learn at their own pace, and that's what Montessori does for the children. It lets them learn at their own pace because not every child is the same. And they learn at different rates. Some may take 1 week to remember something. Others may take 6 months to remember the same thing, but then there is something else they will be better at. So each child needs to develop and nurture at their own rate. So if we can let children grow that way, then I think it doesn't matter what country it is in, our children will develop much better.
Okay, very good. Is there any good thing that you can say about MMI? I'm sure you still remember MMI.
Anything good I can say about MMI?
Yeah.
I love MMI. It has such a special place in my heart. I only wish I was 10 years younger so I could be back here. The teachers here are just amazing. The staff here are amazing. They love the kids. They have a passion for teaching children, and that is what is really, really important. When teachers have a passion for teaching children and for caring for children, then that shows through, and the children will learn better and the children will adapt better to being at school. So MMI, yeah, absolutely. I believe in the Montessori program, and I believe this is the way for children to learn. So here at MMI, great place. I love it.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie.
I so wish I could come back.
Is there any special moments in MMI that you can remember?
Oh, we had so many good times in school and away from school when we went away for our weekends. I mean, that you don't get that in Australia at all with teachers. But I think the one moment that really sticks out is the day that the school uniforms arrived.
Okay.
And the children all were putting their uniforms on and standing there, and they were so proud to have their beautiful uniforms. And we took so many photos that day. The kids were just really happy. It was part of who they were and part of the school. And from that day, we just grew bigger. And yeah, that was a really happy moment.
Yes. Any other thing that you want to share with us? Yeah.
I love this MMI family. I have grown a family. I have grown grandchildren, because now I have children that call me grandma, and I absolutely adore and love them. And this was, I think, one of the most happiest times in my older life since I've been on my own, and so many wonderful memories. And still today, I don't really talk about when I taught in China, but I always talk about when I was here. So yeah, it's a happy time. It's happy memories.
Yeah. You are always welcome back here in MMI.
Thank you. I felt so welcome as soon as I walked through the gate the other day. Even the guard remembered me. So yeah, it's amazing to be here, and I can't thank you enough. And I'm so looking forward to the concert on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie.
You're very welcome.
Yes.